In LSU football news, some changes to the offensive line. Brody, you called this earlier this week. I said this and said that you're the one that told me, and yet still people are crediting me that listen to the show for saying this. But Ed Ingram is going to start at left guard. A lot of people were a little skeptical. Adrian Magee going to start at left tackle.
That I did not predict.
Yeah, Saadiq Charles missing another game due to a coach's decision.
Well, the weirdest thing about that is that because they were the same iffiness going into the Vanderbilt game, and they played him that game.
Yeah,
I was just a little surprised by that. If you hold him out of that game, but not this one. But what?
Outside looking in, it feels like pretty obvious that it's some sort of suspension that they're still
they
paying off,
and they can pick certain games. Yeah,
they can pick and choose. So Saadiq not going to play this weekend once again. But already, Brody, we're seeing the value of Adrian Magee and the return of Ed Ingram and the depth that it gives you. I mean, we've hammered it home all week, and we're going to see it here in week number 1 of Ingram's return.
Yeah, I mean, think of it this way, because Badara Traore missed most of practice this week, or if not all of the week. So if they didn't have Ed Ingram, think about it. Who would they be starting left tackle? Rosenthal. And that's tough for a game like this. It's a relatively challenging defense. So if you don't have Ed Ingram, all of a sudden this game looks a little more scary, even though I'm still a little skeptical of what Adrian Magee will look like at left tackle.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Coming up at 7:15. Rashard Lawrence suffered a setback on Wednesday. So there was a weird quote yesterday where Ogeron said he suffered a setback, but he was still probable. Now they've updated that into that setback will likely hold him out of Saturday's game. Good news here, Brody. Glen, Logan, and Terrace Marshall both returning to practice yesterday. Neither is expected to play, but it looks like they are on the road to recovery. Michael Divinity has been officially ruled out, and KLavon officially cleared and ready to go. What do you think? You think KLavon balls out this weekend?
I mean, he kind of admitted he's not quite, 100% yet. He just wants to get back out there. I mean, it's a Utah State offensive line that he can probably take advantage of, and he hasn't really had a game yet where he showed everybody, what we've all expected.
They're going to throw a lot,
but they get the ball out very fast. So it's I don't know.
That's what I was
it's like
wonder.
Texas, mind melt.
Yeah,
and so I just don't think he's going to really have a chance to make big plays necessarily.
Yeah, basically, me and Brody are like Pacific Rim. We could control a giant robot to fight kaiju if we had to. Ray Thornton has been suspended for a violation of team rules. No timetable on his return. And sophomore safety Kenan Jones has entered the transfer portal. And obviously that's a name that I don't think we've ever mentioned. But it is another, you're already getting a little light there at safety, and it's a bit of a depth hit.
I mean, to be honest with you, I heard he was probably in line to play quite a bit at safety going forward.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, he has good, he's not leaving because of playing time, let's put it that way. I think he has some personal issues, and I think it's I don't want to get into that without his permission, but
that's fine.
It's an explainable reason, but I mean, I heard he might even have gotten like that third safety role. I think he might have had a role going forward, and so it's it is a bit of a blow because now their safety depth and guys they actually trust is really thin.
It sounds like it's a situation that just sucks for everybody involved. It's not good for LSU, and then it's terrible for him. It's like his moment had finally arrived, and the timing of this just wish him nothing but the best going forward. In NFL football last night, the Seahawks beat the Rams 30-29. And Rams fans are upset because of bad officiating. Saints fans hate to see it. Just absolutely hate to see it. No, really, I mean, Saints fans have been reveling in the Rams' anger. Questionable roughing the passer, helping the Hawks. And Greg Zuerlein, instead of hitting the game-winning field goal like he did in the NFC Championship last year, misses it, and the Seahawks get the big win. Did you watch last night's game?
I watched bits and pieces.
Okay, cool. I didn't watch any of it.
Okay, let's discuss it.
In Saints news, Drew Brees returned to practice, but he is not actually practicing. He wore a red non-contact jersey. He was doing drills on the side by himself. He warmed up with the team, but did not throw. The good news, he is already brushing his teeth on his own, according to Drew Brees himself. Trey Hendrickson missed his second practice in a row with a neck injury, and the Saints have listed Traquan Smith, Will Clapp, Von Bell, Cam Jordan, Andrews Pete as limited participants. On the other side of the docket, Tampa Bay's getting healthy at the right time. Wide receiver Chris Godwin returned to practice. He's got 4 touchdowns here. How about this? I don't know how his performance is completely gone unnoticed by me, but NFC Defensive Player of the Month, Shaquille Barrett. You realize Tampa's linebacker Shaquille Barrett has 9 sacks in 4 games? Jeez. So Teron Armstead, who's not been the Teron you're used to, Ryan Ramchick's been incredible. They're going to be tested again this Sunday. And then Devin White was a full participant.
We know him.
In Thursday's practice. So it was good to see. I know when he got injured, a lot of people thought it looked really bad that he might be out for the year. Well, looks like you're going to see him trying to stop Teddy Bridgewater and company on Sunday. Going to be a bit weird for some LSU and Saints fans as they watch one of their favorite players of all time trying to ruined the Saints' good time in the Dome. How about this? You kind of don't realize this, but that game's for first place.
I know Tampa's sneaky good. They're like top 10 in every metric, and they're getting Devin White back. They're sneaky. The Bruce Arians effect, baby.
So I mean, I know you're a huge fan of the Arians Nation, Brody. You tell me that all the time. All the time. You're always talking about it. And finally, in playoff news, the St. Louis Cardinals scored 6 runs in the last 2 innings to squeeze past the Braves 7-6 in Game 1 of the NLDS. First baseman Paul Goldschmidt, he's a hell of a player, and Marcell Ozuna combined to go 4 of 8 with 3 runs scored, 1 home run, and 3 ribbies. I mean, am I right or am I right, Musso? The Los Angeles Dodgers defeated the Washington Nationals 6-0 behind a strong effort from another baller, Walker Buehler, to take a 1-0 lead in the NLDS. Buehler fired 6 shutout innings, surrendering 1 hit, 3 walks, and striking out 8. I'm upset with myself that I did not do a Ferris Bueller joke there.
But hasn't that been so overdone, like beyond belief?
No, because I've never said this name out loud in my life. I have no idea who any of these...
Don't you want to be more original than that?
No, you got to play the hits, man. I mean, what works, right? There's a reason why Hollywood's all about reboots and
there's a reason Moscona still plays the Peterson clip every single time. Got to play the hits.
Yeah. Stop. I have trauma. Stop.
That was a bit of sarcasm.
Musso knows all about that. Moose, real talk, because I don't know any of these players. Any big takeaways from the MLB last night for you?
Nope.
That was good.
Not really.
That's great radio. The American League Division, the ALDS, will get underway this afternoon with Rays at Astros and Twins at Yankees. I'm a Mattress Mac fan. I am cheering for the Astros. I hope he wins that multi-million-dollar bet. Moose, what do you think? Who's going to come out these ALDS series? Give me a little predict.
Astros, Yankees is going to do it.
There you go.
Twins and Yankees are going to hit a lot of homers, too.
There you go. You heard it from the man himself.
I preferred when you just went with the quick no. I like that better.
Yeah,
that was good.
There's headlines. Coming up next, me and Brody are going to break down this LSU-Utah State game as we tell you what we're going to be looking for. A bit of Groundhog Day as it's another weekend where LSU is favored by 25. But there are some areas to keep an eye on.